This is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the show about everything that gets you from here to there. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15. Every week they break it down so you actually get it.
Welcome to Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, the show about everything that gets you from here to there. I'm Terry.
And I'm Robbie, and today we're going underground, literally, to figure out how subway systems move millions of people without turning into total chaos.
Because honestly, have you ever thought about it like dozens of trains, one tunnel, and somehow nobody crashes?
It's basically the most impressive thing humans do every single day, and nobody gives it a second thought.
So let's start with the basics. How does a subway system even know where all its trains are?
Old school systems use something called fixed block signaling. Basically, you divide the track into zones and only one train is allowed in each zone at a time.
Like a hall pass system, but for a 200-ton metal machine doing 60 kilometers an hour.
Exactly. If a train is in the block ahead, the signal goes red and the train behind has to stop. Full stop, no arguments.
And the signals talk to the trains through the rails themselves. Tiny electrical currents running through the track carry the information.
So the track is literally doing double duty. It's a road and a phone line at the same time.
Which is kind of beautiful when you think about it.
Very poetic. But fixed blocks have a big downside. They're not super efficient because you need big gaps between trains just to be safe.
And big gaps in subway terms means longer waits, more crowding, and commuters making that face.
You know the face?
Everyone knows the face.
So engineers came up with something smarter, communications-based train control or CBTC.
Instead of fixed zones, the system tracks every train's exact position continuously like GPS, but for tunnels.
And since the system always knows exactly where each train is, it can shrink the safe gap between them dynamically.
Which means you can run trains much closer together and move way more people per hour.
The Canary Wharf line in London, the Docklands Light Railway, runs trains just 90 seconds apart during peak hours thanks to this kind of system.
90 seconds. That's barely enough time to check your phone and feel bad about your screen time.
And it's mostly automated, meaning no driver at the front making split-second decisions.
Which sounds terrifying until you realize computers make far fewer mistakes than humans when it comes to stopping distances.
The Paris Metro Line 14 has been fully driverless since it opened in 1998 and has an incredible safety record.
So the computer is smoother, faster to react, and never needs a coffee break.
Hard to argue with that resume.
But what about the really scary thing? Two trains on the same track heading toward each other?
That's where the signaling system earns its keep. It physically cannot clear a signal to green if doing so would create a collision course.
It's not a suggestion, the system locks the route. The conflicting train cannot get a green light, period.
And on top of that, there are automatic train protection systems that will slam the brakes even if the driver ignores a red signal.
So there are like 3 or 4 layers of backup, each one catching what the last one missed.
Engineers call it defense in depth, the idea that no single failure should ever be enough to cause a disaster.
And statistically, it works. Subways are among the safest forms of transport per kilometer traveled, full stop.
The Tokyo Metro carries about 9 million passengers every single day and maintains punctuality to within about 15 seconds on average.
15 seconds. My school bus is never within 15 minutes.
Different engineering budgets, Terry.
Fair point. So what's the next big thing? Where does subway tech go from here?
A lot of cities are upgrading to moving block systems and artificial intelligence that predicts crowding and adjusts train spacing in real time.
So the system is essentially learning the city's rhythm, rush hour, events, holidays, and planning ahead.
Instead of reacting to problems, it anticipates them, like a really well-organized brain for the whole network.
Which means fewer delays, smoother rides, and hopefully less of that face.
The dream, and all of it built on the simple idea that information, knowing where everything is what keeps everything safe.
It's less about the trains and more about the conversation happening between every piece of track, every signal, and every car at once.
A city talking to itself at 500 messages per second just so you can get to school on time.
That's honestly kind of wonderful.
It really is. Thanks for riding along with us today. And remember, next time you're underground, you're inside one of the most carefully coordinated systems ever built.
Stay curious, stay safe, and maybe give a quiet nod of respect to the signal cable under your feet.
See you next week on Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.